belly, you're great.
Hi, Cammie. Hi, Cammie. How are you?
Good. How's it going?
I'm doing good, thank you. How's the day so far?
It's going all right.
Wonderful, Cammie. So, Cammie, your fifth studio album, Starlight and Ash, is to be out on July 22nd. So, can you tell me a bit about the songwriting and production behind this album?
Say that again. Sorry. Let me fix my volume.
Oh, all right. So, your fifth studio album, Starlight and Ash, is to be out on July 22nd. So, can you tell me about the songwriting and production behind this new album?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, a lot of the album was written during the pandemic. We had a lot of time to think about what we wanted to do and to approach it, you know, sensitively and openly. And with all the time that we were spending kind of going through our old discographies, finding anything and everything new to listen to, old to listen to, you know, asking friends and family what they were listening to. You know, we were trying to find inspiration from what was around us because, you know, everyone was kind of stuck at home. And so when the songs started to come together that Dabra was writing for Starlight and Ash, you know, we decided to really hone in on what we felt like made Oceans of Slumber unique. We decided to bring out those characteristics and bring out those areas that really showed our influences from our experience growing up and being in the South. And so that's what turned into Starlight and Ash.
Sounds good. And do you guys have any special plans on July 22nd?
I was thinking about maybe like having people over for a little listening party. But we won't be in New York yet. Necrofire, Dabra's black metal band, is going to be recording in New York, and we leave the 26th. So nothing yet, just kind of throwing ideas around, but you know, we'll be excited and we'll be waiting for, you know, everybody's impressions of how it's gonna how and where they're listening, you know.
Yeah, wonderful. And 11 amazing songs that I had the opportunity to listen to this entire album. Beautifully done. As always, Oceans of Slumber has never disappointed the fans. You have always made the music absolutely amazing, and your vocals, outstanding one. No comments on that one. Beautifully done album again. So as a band, how do you feel about the outcome of this album?
You know, we are in love with this album. We really do feel like it's Ocean's best work yet. You know, it feels the most real, the most authentic, the most concise. And it feels so right for what we want to do and the kind of band that we want to be. But you know, there's unique challenges that come with what we've done as a band that's kind of transformed the way that we have. You know, we're on a metal label, but we're making music that isn't iconically and easily set metal. It's not maybe easily set like music at all. And so there seems to be a disconnect between, I guess, like the glowing reviews that we get and the press that we get and then how we're marketed and how we're placed to be in front of, I guess, the right people. You know, obviously fans of Oceans, anyone who's been with the band for a long time, they don't really feel like that what we've done is anything drastic. You know, there's been a lot of comparison to the last album, but even on the last album, this is still not a dramatic departure from what we did on the last album. But, you know, everybody has their opinions and everybody feels like they just want more of the same. But, you know, if anything, we have shown album to album that we are not a band that makes the same music every time or does the exact same thing every time. And so, you know, people will be disappointed, and that's fine. You know, they'll still have the album that they liked when they found us. So, you know, that's not going anywhere. They don't have to panic. But, you know, I'm incredibly proud of this album. It's one of my favorites. You know, a lot of heart and soul and effort went into it, and we just hope that it gets the engagement that it deserves, and we hope that it reaches people that need it. You know, it's the albums and the kind of music that we make, it's meant to serve people, it's meant to help people and be there for people when they need something. Like, you know, there's a type of medicine that only music is, and we make music that's medicine. So we just hope that it gets out there where it's needed.
Amazing. And two amazing official videos, The Waters Rising, Lighthouse, beautifully done videos. Totally enjoyed the way, the cinematography, everything was perfect in the video. Apart from this video, do you have plans to come up with more videos for this album?
Unfortunately, I think we blew our budget when it comes to making videos. They were pretty expensive, but they're beautiful, and you know, it takes money to make great art. You have to employ a lot of people, and you have to rent the places. You know, there's all that back end cost. But it was such a wonderful experience to finally have videos that, you know, aren't just playthroughs or aren't just the band, like that help tell the story and kind of cultivate the essence of what the album and those songs are about. And so, you know, they will always be cherished. And now, you know, given internet infinity, they'll always be out there, and we're very proud of them too. And we were very fortunate to find such a wonderful actress and a wonderful team to like make those videos come to life. So yeah.
That's amazing. And whenever you make a cover, you make it outstanding. And same way, The House of the Rising Sun, a beautiful cover again, wonderfully done, beautiful to listen to. So what made you to choose this particular song for this album?
So we had been juggling between two songs, which it was House of the Rising Sun and then Downeaster Alexa. And we felt like once the other songs were done and coming together, that the House of the Rising Sun fit the vibe that we were going for. It has such a good grit and kind of southern drawl. It has that folk kind of just old-timey essence to it, and it flowed so well with the story that we were telling with the other songs. And so we decided, you know, to take it and make it even lower, make it dragging, make it heavier, you know, and really stripped back and bring the bones of what that original song might have been to life. Because it's such an old song that nobody really knows its origin. And it was made famous by the Animals, but it's much, much older than that. And so we wanted to give it that bare bones kind of stripped back ancient feel to it. And, you know, it really came out beautifully haunting, and that's what we were going for. So it's such a lovely cover, and I really hope that it can get some airway time, you know, like it's really neat. Carla Kilstead on violin, like it's one of those songs and covers that now that it's done, I hear it and I don't remember like doing it. It just feels so different now, like it's so grown up. So yeah, it'd been floating around for a while. It's a song that everybody here grew up listening to, and so we were really fortunate to have the resources to bring it to life the way that we did, and we're really happy. We're really happy with it.
Beautiful, Cammie. And you started a career with Oceans of Slumber in 2014. So how has the journey been so far?
I mean, it's taught me a lot about myself, and it's made me like examine a lot about myself. I feel like, you know, when I joined the band, I really thought, well, I really didn't know what I was doing or getting into. You know, we got signed, we were touring in Europe. Things in Europe are very different for Oceans than they are in the US. And I feel like we were really on a good trajectory. And then the pandemic hit, you know, family and band stuff start to collide. We lost a lot of members. You know, it's been turbulent, and there's been a lot of ups and downs. But I feel like we have always strived to make good music, and I've always strived to put everything on every album. You know, through Dauber, it's like I've been taught to treat every album like it's the last one I'll ever do, and so everything goes into it. And you know, I can't say that it's all been positive. You know, I feel like as we've changed, as I've changed, and I have a very unique voice, and it's not something that is as recognizable or comfortable, I feel like, for people in the genre that we came out in. But one thing that I've kind of come to realize like lately is like I'm not set to sing one way, and I'm not set to only sing in one genre. It's like I just want to make the music that I want to make. Like I want to sing and say and do the things that I want to do, and I don't really care like what genre it falls under. You know, it's like at the end of the day, I think it's the stupidest thing in the world to have fans that try and lock artists in to one kind of genre. And you're like, who are you to tell someone with that talent what to do with it? You know, it has to just be expressed. And especially when it comes to voice, it's like literally if it's the music underneath me that makes the music what it is. I can sing over hip hop beats the same exact songs, and they're hip hop songs. So it's like, what does that say about me, and what does that lead me to do? That it's like I've never liked being defined, and I've never liked being cornered in or kept or told what to do. And it's like people are going to have to understand that this is no different, and my artistry is no different. And so, you know, it's given me a lot of confidence in a lot of ways, and then it's an ongoing challenge in other ways. But you know, being in a band is hard, it's expensive, and it's a lifestyle that doesn't act comfortably. It doesn't always do what you think it's going to do, and it definitely doesn't go as expected. So, you know, every day we keep trying, and we try really hard to make Oceans work, and we'll see how things go, you know, album to album.
Yes. Wonderful. And would you like to share some of the greatest moments that has happened in your life over the years?
I think definitely I mean, some of the most amazing shows, doing some of my first festivals to thousands of people, you know, that's been crazy to look up and see that many people, and they're just waiting for you to sing or do something. Marrying Dauber, obviously highlight of my life and of the last year. You know, joining his family, joining him and having him in my life has been incredible. And it's like I don't know what I'd do without him. Like, he is my North Star for sure. I mean, I have to work really hard to be positive and remember all the good things. And then, you know, getting to record this album in New York, that was an experience that hasn't been like any other. And it opened up my eyes a lot to just the process and how smooth it can go and how big it can be. And so that was really awesome. You know, and then hopefully in the future, this album coming out and doing well.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, wonderful. And finally, what would be the message that you want to give to your fans around the world?
I mean, thank you for the tremendous support. Thank you for the people that get it and that stick with us and that look forward to the music that we put out. Thank you for everyone who comes and shares their stories with us about what our music means to them, how our music has affected them, and how they've made it their own. I really enjoy when people do covers. I think that's amazing. And everything that we do is meant to be for connection, to be for healing and validation for people's feelings that don't get seen or heard by everyone, that are hard to share, that may never be shared. That I want our music to be a place of refuge for people and a place of solace, that they can come and have that quiet and have that peace. You know, we look forward to making more music, and regardless of where we go, it's like Dauber and I will always make music. We will always be somewhere making music. So look for us, and you'll always find what we're up to.
It's beautiful, Cammie. And Cammie, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this opportunity to have this wonderful interview with you, and a real pleasure to meet you. And thank you and the entire Oceans of Slumber for giving amazing music over the years. A real pleasure for all the metal fans around the world to listen to you guys. Thanks so much for that, and I wish you all the best to the coming days, and looking forward for the album release on July 22nd. And all the best to you guys.
Thank you so much. You're wonderful too. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care of yourself. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.